Okay. So we have studied about the three main parts of our brain. We have studied about the three main parts of our brain, and these three main parts are cerebrum, that is the front part, forehead. Then
Cerebellum.
cerebellum,
Cerebellum is
yes,
here
which
and
is
cerebellum is
behind
here.
the head. Just below the cerebrum, there is cerebellum, and then medulla. So these are three important parts of our brain. Human brain has three important parts. They are cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla, or we can say medulla oblongata. Okay. Now we'll go for cerebrum. Important functions of cerebrum. So cerebrum is the largest part of our brain. Cerebrum is the largest part of our brain. It covers maximum area of the brain, and that is why it is known as the largest part of the brain. It has many grooves and folds. As you can see that it has many grooves and folds. Okay. Then here we can see here so many grooves and folds are there in the diagram. So this is the cerebrum. Larger part of this is covered by the cerebrum. This part is known as the cerebellum, and here it is medulla, medulla oblongata. Let us see the function of the cerebrum. What is the importance of cerebrum, or what functions or duties are performed by cerebrum? Cerebrum help us to think. Okay, it helps us to learn, remember the things. It helps us to speak. It helps us to feel. That is hot, cold, warm, something like that. Okay, so cerebrum helps us to think, learn, remember, speak, and feel. So it is something which is associated with our intelligence. It is something associated with our intelligence. It also controls the working of our eyes, our ear, nose, and our tongue. Because these all parts, ear, nose, eyes, ear, and mouth, these all are close to our brain. And that is why they all are connected to the cerebrum. So cerebrum controls the working of eyes, ear, nose, and tongue. Is that clear? So you have to remember the functions of cerebrum. Is that clear? So let us go to the next one.
Yes,
Now we will
sir.
say cerebellum. Next part is cerebellum. The next important part of human brain is cerebellum. Cerebellum is situated at the back of the head. At the back of the head, just below the cerebrum. Just below the cerebrum. The function of the cerebellum, it plays a very important function of balancing the body. Okay, so it helps us to keep our balance and coordinate the movement of voluntary muscles. Our voluntary muscles are under the control of cerebellum. So while walking, while running, okay, or while making any movement of the body, cerebellum helps to maintain the balance. It also works when we walk, say, run, swim, or move in any way. So this is something, cerebellum is something which is actually very important from the point of view of balancing the body. Vedant Thakur, don't touch your mobile screen again and again. Remove your hand from the mobile. Sit properly. While studying, don't touch your mobile phones again and again. While you're touching the screen again and again, just keep it straight. So that is the function of the cerebellum. Now we go to the next important part of the human brain, that is medulla. Medulla is the lowermost part of the brain. It is the lowermost part of the brain. It is also known as medulla oblongata. Here in standard 5, only medulla word is given. So medulla is the lowermost part of the brain, and medulla connects brain with the spinal cord. Our spinal cord and brain, they are connected by the medulla. So medulla is a bridge between brain and spinal cord. Whatever action is taken by our brain or whatever movement are occur in the body, they are processed in the brain. All the messages are sent to the brain, but before going to the brain, it reaches to the spinal cord, and from spinal cord it goes to brain. Then brain processes it and gives us an idea what to do. Some actions are such that where the processing of the brain is not required, we have to take immediate action where we have to save our life. So at that time, instead of taking decision from the brain, spinal cord takes decision. Are you getting it? So here we will study about that part we'll discuss in reflex action. That is the last part of this chapter. So once again, the medulla connects brain to the spinal cord. Keep it in mind. So it is a bridge between brain and spinal cord. Let us see the function of medulla. Medulla directly controls many involuntary responses. Involuntary responses means responses which are not under our control. They are controlled by medulla. Okay, like sneezing, swallowing, coughing, and so on. So these all things are controlled by medulla. These are the involuntary responses. It also controls our heart rate. It also controls movement of the lungs and stomach movement, so many things. So these all are involuntary movements or responses, and these all are controlled by medulla. The medulla is always at work. Medulla is always at work. Medulla works 24/7. It works regularly. It works constantly without stop. Okay, it is the busiest part of our body, we can say, because it is associated or it controls the working of heart and lung, and heart and lungs, they pump day and night, and that is why we can say that medulla is also at work day and night because it is associated with heart and lung. It controls the activity, it controls the work of heart and lungs. Is that clear?
Yes.
So in paper you can get one question like this. Question ऐसा आ सकता है exam में, where they will ask medulla works day and night, give reason. So we'll say or we'll write medulla controls the function, the working of heart rate and lungs, and that is why it has to work day and night. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Good.